So you said something interesting that I wanted to touch on as well earlier, and then in just what you just had finished saying about that you're not religious, but you're spiritual, and that you're a believer. Explain to me, man, a little bit about what that entails, because everybody seems to be. It's just like we talk about how it's the cool thing to be woke now. Yeah, there seems to be a level, an element where it's cool to be spiritual. I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, and to a certain degree, I actually think that is legitimate, because religion is a subset of things being done over and over.
Right,
again,
right.
I mean, so I get that, but everybody also has a different definition of what they mean by spiritual.
I agree.
So, if you could walk through what you mean by that, you know what I mean? Let's start that up a little bit.
So, I didn't grow up in church at all. You heard me. But there was a family that took me in, bro, that was very religious, you know what I'm saying? And not in a negative way at all, you know what I'm saying? They actually planted the seeds inside of me, and that's where, I found God, through them seeds. I first had anointing oil on my head, you know what I'm saying? I was going to church and stuff, and essentially I met God on my back, though. That's why I tell people, when I got shot, bro, like, I knew it was God that protected me, because the way that they shot up the whole street, I should be dead. You know what I'm saying? Inch away from being paralyzed. It was a lot that happened at night. You know what I'm saying? So, but I did grow up in a religious. I grew up around a religious sector. You heard me, to where everything was about doing it this way. It was less about the intent and more about the action. You know what I'm saying? As long as don't curse. Don't curse out loud. I'm cursing in my head. We ain't worried about the head part. Right. Don't curse. You know what I'm saying? Right. Don't have sex. I've been masturbating all night. So you know what I mean? So let me just throw that out there. You heard me? I definitely have been lusting this whole. Don't have sex though. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we grew up in that, and that's religion right there. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So I just grew up around it, bro. And for me, it just never worked for me. I've always been a rebel. You know what I'm saying? I've always been a rebel, G. And I was taught nationality before spirituality anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had an uncle, my uncle, he did 30 years in the pen. And he would call, since I was a youth, he would call me, you know what I'm saying? And even at one point, he sent me books from prison, of nationality, you know what I'm saying? And about what it means to be royal, you know what I'm saying? And that was my introduction to who I am. It wasn't the biblical side of things. It was the, hey, you not black, you know what I'm saying? You not, because we not. I mean, my skin and this microphone is not the same color, but we categorize that. So we take something that has been meant for evil and we flip it. But as black folk, we good at that. Right. That's a skill set. That's a gift from God. We take a struggle and flip it. We good at that. Right. So I grew up in there, bro, and it just never was for me. I was always the rebel, and the, you know what I'm saying? I always saw something. I'm like, bro, like I was a virgin, bro, for 19 years until I got married. I got married when I was 19. You know what I'm saying? I got divorced at 21, but I was a virgin. And in the church I was at, that was the biggest thing to them, bro, to where they would mention it in sermons and stuff. They would call me out. AJ ain't out here dipping and diving. Yeah. Come on, dog. AJ ain't slipping and dipping. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
What's happening?
Bro, but I'm in my mind, I'm like, but old girl in the back got the dress on. So I don't know if y'all see this stuff. You heard me? I don't know what's going on. So it bothered me though, bro. Like it bothered me that I knew that I was having these inward battles and these struggles, you know what I'm saying? But it just wasn't important. The rhetoric is more important. You know what I'm saying? The title is more important. The office is more important. The seat is more important, but not your real struggles. And at the church I was at, I'm the only person. I didn't know everybody there personally, but I was one of the only people that really from the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I experienced loss in a different way. I know what crackheads look like. I know what, people with, mental issues look like. I know what that looks like. So how do you pray that out? You know what I'm saying? Where do they sit at? You know what I mean? What is, my family coming here, they gonna smell like a pound of everything. So like, I never understood it. I never liked it. But again, I think that the reason I am the way I am is because the nationality part, that part really put a stake in the ground different than any of my counterparts, people who were only taught the Bible, you know what I'm saying, and Jesus. Like I was taught that we the first people. So Adam, Eve, I got your story. We was them. You know what I'm saying? So and it's like that's how I was taught it. You know what I mean? Where one would look at, oh man, well that's anti-Semitic or that's whatever. No, I was just taught the right way of looking at things. You know what I'm saying? And so. So fast forward, church, everything, then I experienced a lot of loss. I experienced, divorce. I experienced a lot of stuff. And the way that the religious sector responded to me, I just didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Up into where we had Tamir Rice, and Mike Brown and things happening. And I kept looking at how the church was responding to this stuff. And I'm like, why y'all not out there doing, you know what I mean? Because I believe in the church. I believe that the voice of the church, you hear me, should be louder, you hear me, if more louder than anything. You know what I'm saying? Why is the church so quiet? And I'm getting these calls from the streets, from the hood, like, hey, come out here with us. I'm like, bro, okay, I'm gonna talk to my pastor about, just trying to see, because this is younger me. You know, where I'm gonna talk to my pastor about, hey, you know what I'm saying, they got this thing going on. Oh no, we gonna pray it, you know what I'm saying, that Monday night prayer. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't want to pray, bro. Like, I don't want to pray,
Give me some action.
Yeah, we walking around with swords and robes, you know what I'm saying? So take that sword, you hear me, and go Zelda your way outside. Like, you hear me? You ain't never seen them churches walking in, they got the robe on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and they got the sword, and they send her passing the sword real slow.
My man said Zelda,
you go out there and Zelda the situation then.
Bro.
But I just never understood it, bro. And I bucked up against the system so much to where it was times where I would get booked to speak or perform at a church, bro, and they would cut my mic off, bro, in mid-performance because they was scared about what I was going to say next. They would say, hey, bro, why don't you come do that one song, and that's it. And I'm like, nah, bro. So I had to stop. I had to take a step back. I don't even perform at churches, bro. I haven't performed at a church in like 5 years, bro.
I'm noticing a pattern with you, bro. And it's
I haven't performed at a church in years, bro, because you're not finna tell me what I can't do.
You hate being restricted. That's what it seems like. Because in anything that we've been able to discuss, it seems that the common denominator is whenever I am put in a situation, either where I'm being told what to do, that restricts my ability to be free or to express, or I'm being closed into whatever box you guys have put me in. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And that is something that, because I can take control and take ownership of my artistry, my life, myself, I'm just not going to put myself.
I'm going to remove myself because I know what I'm capable of. I know this not going to go well. You know what I'm saying? So I just rather remove myself. And I think I'm using wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Let's go biblical. Let's go. Jesus even removed himself from multiple situations because the Pharisees and the Sadducees wanted a certain law to be executed. He would literally, bro. The Bible talks about how Jesus would escape their grasp. Now a lot of people read it like that. In my mind, he fought. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, he knocked out 2 of them. You heard me? He spit in somebody's face. He kicked them in the face. You know what I mean? He escaped their grasp. How you do that?
Right.
Well, he had on too much lotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, how did he?
Vaseline,
right. He just slipping through. No, I feel like he knew. Like, I need to remove myself from this situation real quick. You know what I'm saying? I think that's wisdom. I think as being people who understand their power, you're not powerful because you can do anything. You're powerful because you are aligned to, you know what I mean? Like, you go buy a car that can do 180 on the dash. Do you do 180? You know what I'm saying? I think that a person that buys that car, they still know that they will adhere to the 60 miles per hour speed limit.
Absolutely.
Hear me? So are you powerful because of the car? Are you powerful because you got the car, but you still yield? You know what I'm saying? So I'm powerful because I yield. I just know that what I'm not willing to yield to. You know what I'm saying? So, I was taught nationality before that, and it just balanced. I got hieroglyphics tatted all on my arm, bro. I got Nefertiti on my wrist. Like, I got an Ankh on my arm. Like, and I've had this for years, so it just didn't fit in this religious sector because people looking at me like, bro, like I used to, when I used to do poetry, I got blackballed because I used to, again, attempt to do the Christian, you know what I mean, way of doing things, right? And to where there was a lot of these conferences and things that you do as a Christian artist, the rhetoric conference, legacy conferences, and all these things, bro. I would submit for these things and get declined every year, knowing my pen game was not being messed with. There's a few things that I'm unmovable, bro. My pen game, but it's a gift from God. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know what they're capable of. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like everybody should be that confident about themselves, right? I would get declined, bro. And then at one point I talked to a person who was overseeing these things, and he told me straight up, he was like, hey, man, you gotta talk. So and so said that you ain't even that. I'm like, what am I? You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not religious enough for you. You heard me? I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I don't fit into this sector. I'm too big for your church. Not big as in, I'm just, my energy too. It was something, I had to make it make sense in my mind. And so God started to deal with me in a different way, bro. You know what I mean? And then, so they hit that, when I knew I was blackballed, and the people that I would do business with, the writers block, I would invite these people, but these are people that's saying, nah, bro, we can't trust him with the mic. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Mike Brown dying and Tamir Rice and this, and I'm marching. And so I got into my activism, again, from studying, from being taught about our people and our struggles early on. I knew that's where I needed to be, but that's not where the church was. So I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? So how can I attach myself to this entity when you're not willing to go out there and be the voice of the voice of God, you know, the hands and feet? You hear me? That's what I thought we supposed to be. So I'm challenging every system I'm challenging every institution that I'm connecting myself with. So if you keep challenging these institutions, bro, and I'm like, why do I go? I respond more to and I'm reading books. I'm not just reading the Bible. I'm reading the Quran. I'm reading about Gandhi. I'm reading about Confucius. I love knowledge. You hear me? But this is not the way that you supposed to, whatever, right? My dad passed away, bro. And my dad passed away. I prayed. When he was in the hospital, bro, I used every tool that the church taught me, bro. The prayer, the anointing oil, the worship music. You know what I'm saying? The casting out demons. Oh, yeah, I'm with it. You hear me? Only for him to still die in my face. Right, so me and God had beef, you know what I mean, and so again, going through these phases as a believer, you hear me, understanding that the institution can't do nothing for me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's no way I should have more faith in the institution. I don't understand the institution, bro. It's not for me. You know what I'm saying? But again, this is not me. I don't attack the church though either. You know, I just hold us accountable as people. You know what I'm saying? You know, we act like we don't know how to show respect and love and cherish a human being. You know, but we do stuff in the church that's so interesting, bro. I went to a church and they was washing the pastor's feet. I said, okay, you just met this man. You know what I'm saying? You just joined this church a week ago. You heard me? And you calling them daddy too. First of all, I saw you. You know, yeah. You ain't never heard nobody say that's my father in the ministry. You know, come on,
okay,
come on, daddy. That's basically what it is, bro. And I'm like, wow, okay, that's cool. Give that same respect to so and so. How you show more love to that than you do your own father? Again, this is me. I'm confused about this institution. I'm confused about the laws and the principles that you said. What code do you follow? So I had to get out of that. And so I stopped performing at churches because I didn't want to be put in that box. And if I can't say nigga at your church because I'm talking to niggas, you hear me? That's who I'm actually talking to. I'm talking to niggas, bro. So let me go to Warehouse Live. And y'all come to Warehouse Live. You know what I'm saying? But why is this a church? Why are we trying to be famous Christians when the faith is so sacred? You know what I'm saying? They used to walk around with sackcloths on their head, bro. You know, and don't get me wrong, there's freedom in it. You know, the Holy Spirit came, right, threw away a lot of the old traditional things. But why is there a church, a youth explosion, and you're not promoting it? You're promoting it more inside your institution than you're on the outside. I don't understand it.
Right.
Who are we trying to reach?
Right.
A lot of stuff these days, you're just entertaining Christians at this point. You know what I'm saying? The loss is really out there. You hear me? And if you're not out there, bro, because that's where I'm at. So it may look like I got war, beef, or I'm everything, but I, you know, my faith is real, my faith is authentic, and it's tested. But I do not mess with that churchy stuff, bro. That's not me.
Now, as far as because I can understand. First of all, I actually don't disagree with just about anything you said. Mm-hmm. I would just say, and this is me having a conversation with you. I would just say that even though I agree, I think with anything, sometimes we penalize God and the things that He's instituted for the way that people have failed in the institution. So the thing about it is, if you say that I don't mess with the church in its institution because of the way that they have failed to carry out the mission of God, I can understand that to a large degree. I think, though, that there are certain aspects of the church, such as the community, and the way that God himself being in community, lives within community, and sets up human beings to live in community, right? And so there has to be a way to where, like, if this were anything else, if this were a set, you would say, listen, we're as strong as our weakest member. And if there is a lack of something here, we're not going to throw everything that we've established away because there's major lack, right? And so I think that sometimes the church is the only institution I often hear us have the conversation where we go, oh, this is what they're doing, this is why I can't rock. And, and instead of trying to remodel, have the conversation, change the narrative, and or be that thing that the church needs to model.
I agree. You know I agree. But the reason why, bro, we have to, when we talk about the church, we're not talking about the church that we go to. We're talking about the institution. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about let's go back to when the church split, the bubonic plague. Let's talk about the two popes. The two bishops. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's go because the church in itself. Let's talk about, what was it, Isabella. Let's keep going. Let's go all the way back. You hear me? Let's like when I tell you that, bro, the Pentateuch books, the Decalogue, bro. Like let's go Hebrew, Greek. Let's talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe there's a difference from church and the gospel. Now the gospel, I agree. I love the gospel. Saved my life. The gospel is what changed my life. There's power. There's redemption in the gospel. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's two separate things. You can have one. Can you have one without the other? Can you have church without the gospel? Can you have gospel without? The gospel saved my life. The gospel don't need nobody help. Agreed. You know what I'm saying? But the church and its institution, because you got 5 institutions of society. The church, religion is one of them, regardless of the church that our mother went to and our grandma went to. So it's just like police. You know what I'm saying? Policing. It's like, bro, you throw away all police. Unfortunately, the institution that you are connected to, its overall view of it. You know what I'm saying? There's churches I love, bro. Yeah. There's churches that I right here in Houston, St. Louis, churches that I love, bro. Like that I always, people ask me about churches. Hey man, go here. Yeah. Hey man, go there, bro. You know what I'm saying? As a whole, as an institution, it's majority, bro. Like, and majority, it's like people are like, okay, well, you can't judge by stuff you see. But if 85% of what I see when I scroll is church stealing the tithes money, you know what I'm saying, gay, everything. And let's just be real. If there's an issue with, if that's majority of what you see, if you see all the type of stuff, what are you going to say? And again, I don't have no issue with none of it, but that's why I separate myself, because I don't understand it. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scolding it. None of my music, I ain't attacking, I don't say nothing. That would be different. Like I said, I ain't no Saul, right? But I just had to, because I don't understand how it works, because I don't understand how the pastor has a watch on his wrist that costs more than half of his congregation, because I read the Bible and I read about minimalism. I read about, us having less. You heard me? Mm-hmm. He told the rich man, give your stuff away. You heard me? I don't understand why the church don't teach. Now one would say, man, my church do. But that's good. That's not what I'm talking about, though. I'm just talking about the overall aspect of, what's seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, minimalism is not even a topic in some churches, right? I mean, there's more prosperity gospel than anything. So those things, I just had to separate myself from before I become a person that's angry. You know what I'm saying? But my relationship with God and stuff, gospel separate. The church institution, I just don't understand it. I don't understand how it needs to be 95% lost people versus 95% your congregation and 5% lost, bro. Increase your evangelism, bro. Your marketing, you know what I'm saying? Like, right? But that's on that, I just don't understand it, you know what I'm saying? And so I just had to separate myself from the institution of things. But there's some churches that I love, bro, and that teach the Bible, you know what I'm saying? That teach God in its authenticity. There's black churches, there's white churches that I love, you know what I'm saying? Like, that I go to and I'll be like, man, he told he got 3,000 white folk in there. He said, Jesus is not white. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I'm the only person that said amen. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was a pastor, bro. It's a pastor in the Woodlands, Texas, bro. His name is Jason Shepherd, bro. and it's his church called the Church Project, bro. And I'll never forget, he booked me. This is when I believe Alton Sterling got killed. You know what I'm saying? And he booked me to come and do to poetry. And this is when I was doing poetry. And when he called me, I looked at the phone. I'm like, "What you want me to do?" He's like, "Yeah, I want you to come and do what you do." I said, "You know what I do, right?"
Yeah.
I convict the hearts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hold white people accountable. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Yeah, do that." I'm like, wow. Right. And I pay you. I say, wow.
Right.
You want me to do that? You know what I'm saying? And I did it, bro. The moment was amazing, bro. We up there talking on this platform, bro, about the gospel, you know what I'm saying, and about, justice in front of all these white folk. And there was people coming up to me saying, "Hey man, I repent." They was repenting to me. I was like, I can't do nothing for you, but I get the moment. They was just like, with tears in their eyes. They have never heard nobody say that before. You know what I'm saying? And that was amazing. But then I can look at, bro, and not to judge and compare, but black churches ain't asking me to come do that. Not in that way, right? So again, but because I do that in my mind, I have to separate myself. Yeah. So I do.
I'm rolling. All right, man. So
yeah,
let's get on this music, man.
Yeah.
Let's get on this music, man. Talk to me about the evolution between the Free Lunch series,
man.
Goldish to the stuff you're releasing now, man. Like, just if you could sum that up.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, man, bro, I love music, G. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even just I grew up putting my ear to my mama dog, her in the Sade, her in the, you know what I'm saying, the Michael Jackson, her in the Dramatics, bro. Her in everything. So I'm a lover of music, and Free Lunch is, we can start there. Like, Free Lunch is where I started taking music in a whole different way. Excuse me, and I want to create music that one I believed in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never been one to just make music just because. It's hard for me, dog. It's hard for me to just do. And don't get me wrong, I'm guilty of doing that sometimes. Like, I found myself making a song that I know it ain't really me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, the people like it though. You know what I'm saying? Or this BPM is what's gonna do it. But now Free Lunch is and that was just food for thought. You know what I'm saying? So just making a mixtape about just a compilation of songs, you know what I'm saying? And that is how I judge Free Lunch versus Goldish, right? Like, now my music from Free Lunch 2, I got better at it, but Goldish and everything moving forward, it's not a compilation of songs, bro. It's an album, bro. It's a project. It's supposed to flow, you hear me? It's not a mix. It's supposed to flow, you know what I'm saying? So that's Goldish is that, you know what I'm saying? But Free Lunch, I don't even like Free Lunch 1. That's just me, in my opinion. Free Lunch 2, I was like, okay, this is all right, man.
Right.
All right, G, you doing something. You know what I'm saying? Free Lunch 1 was just me. Again, it's kind of like playlist based to me, no real flow. But Free Lunch 2, I got better. Goldish is one that took me to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? The content, the production, you know what I'm saying? The bass line, you hear me? The strings, you know what I mean? All that. It's just amazing. You know what I'm saying? But the music I'm making now, it's just, I'm in my essence now, man, and I believe that I'm operating in a level with a level of purity that I never have before. You know what I'm saying? And a level of transparency, a level of candor that I just never have before. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want people to grab when I make music. You know what I'm saying? It's just the purity. You know what I'm saying? And inspiring people, inspiring the hearts by telling true stories, you know what I'm saying? Real things, talking about real things, so. Yeah, I can definitely tell, man. First of all, I feel like you've been on one. Like, you've been in the pocket lately. That's Appreciate that, bro.
And speaking of transparency, you said it in the Babies and Fools freestyle, I believe. You said, I had to take a step back, wanted to love life, but I had to take a step back and begin to love life.
Yeah.
I know normally people obviously play on words,
Yeah.
But I feel like that came from a real place, man. You know what I'm saying? Man. Talk to me a little bit about the depths of that.
Yeah, I used to idolize Merge, bro. I used to idolize it, G. I come from a broken household, bro, broken family, everything broken. I ain't got nobody. I probably got one person in my whole family, bro, that I know that's married, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even, and then the ones that have, it's just dysfunction. So, as my palate increased, my choices and things I wanted for myself increased, you know what I mean? Then growing up and then the church and being around a religious sector, was taught, hey, get married, you know what I'm saying? Get married, what if I don't like her? Get married. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's better to marry than to burn. I'm like, oh, you know. And then, you know, being new to this whole like faith, I'm like, oh, that's what God wants. Shoot, say less. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm marrying the first thing that say they love me. You know what I'm saying? But my view on love wasn't mature. You know, I used to idolize it, bro, and I was a serial, you know, not I won't say serial dater, because ain't that many people that I've dated, right? But I was so, I wanted it to look a certain way. I wanted my life to look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But when my dad passed away, all that changed for me, because I had the biggest reality check ever, and the reality check was mortality. You heard me? It was realizing that time. I mean, I had just talked to my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So it was random. I just talked to him. He said, "Yeah, son, I'm watching a football game, drinking a beer." You know what I mean? Then Friday, bro, I could never talk to him again. You know what I'm saying? So, so I just had to assess some things. So, and after that happened, I went through a phase of minimalism, bro, where I used to literally wear black Adidas pants every day. It was a black Adidas pants with some black shorts every day. Chucks, that's it. I literally wore nothing else. And then I assessed my love life, you know what I'm saying? So I really had to take a step back and analyze things and realize that I didn't love who I saw in the mirror anyways. So how am I putting expectations on another person? You heard me, to validate me and affirm me if I'm not affirming myself. You know what I'm saying? And life is, you know, a lot of people think they live in, but I think we really just be breathing to death or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not really, life is growth. You know what I'm saying? Life is about things that are growing. So I took a step back and I started being intentional with myself. And it affected my love life, you hear me? Because when you're in a relationship with somebody, they want more of you. They want more from you. But I literally would say, no, this is all I got. You know what I'm saying? This is it. You know, and when you say no, you're really saying yes, though. Like, you're saying no because you're saying yes to something else. You hear me? But they don't hear that. You know what I'm saying? People don't hear that. So when you say no, there's a deeper yes on the inside of you. You know, so I just start saying yes to myself, bro. You know what I'm saying? So take a step back, look at the beauty of things. You know what I'm saying? Look at things in its essence. And now stepping back up, I say, oh yeah, I got mental capacity for another person. But that's because I already feel like I've reached a level of wholeness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I mean, life is constantly work, bro. Like, I never feel like I arrived to nothing, but, you know, it's just about being confident in yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when we hear other races, other ethnicities talk about what they've accomplished, what they do, what they do in their life, where they've been, we see, man, we be like, that's so inspirational. You know what I'm saying? Man, talk about his accomplishments, his goals, his money. You know, man, it's inspirational. Let me buy you a book. Like, you know, I want to hear you speak. When a black man do it, we all here he go. It's cocky. You know what I'm saying? Arrogant. You know what I'm saying? When a man starts talking about his words, oh, he's a womanizer. Nah, I just know my value. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop doing that to each other, though. You should be able to talk about what you've built, your accomplishments, what you bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? And without feeling like, oh, I need to turn myself down because I don't want nobody to feel inadequate. You know, there's a quote. I forgot who said it, man, but nobody can make you feel inferior but you. And so in my relationships, I felt so inferior already. So why attach myself to somebody? Then I had a lot of failed things. And the way I do relationships it's different now. You know what I'm saying? It's just different, bro. I don't have a traditional view on any of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't. My view is holistic. I believe that I look at relationships like a mission. You know what I mean? And we on a mission. And if we're helping each other reach that mission, if we can grow together, you know what I'm saying, I think it's beautiful. But I don't need a person to grow. You know what I'm saying? And again, for some people, they heard it and they just heard the most critical thing in the world, but they don't hear health. You don't hear a healthy person. You would talk to me years ago, bro, I would have told you, man, I need that. You know what I'm saying? Then when sex came involved, it was out of here after that point. You know what I'm saying? And it just consumed my life. You know, now I don't need anything but God. You know what I'm saying? And again, people may hear that and not hear the health. But you have to see me if you would have saw the old me, you would have been like, dog, chill out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Chill out. I'm forcing things to work at this point. I'm like, nah, it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna work. We finna do this and stay in a toxic situation for a long time. Now it's different. Now I've assessed in my life and I know that my purpose is my highest priority. You know what I'm saying? And I do want kids. I do want a wife, all those things. But my purpose is my highest priority. Whatever God said I got to do, that's what I'm supposed to do. And nothing gets in the way of that. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's beautiful that when you can meet a person that understands the same thing and y'all on the same frequency, because there's no pull and tug with, hey, we on a mission here. I don't want to come in, and it's not tyrannical. I don't want to affect her life either, though.
Yeah, that's good,
bro. I don't want to come in between what God said you to do. And if in the moment I do, you should tell me, hey, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really believe that in my soul, because we were taught the wrong way to do this stuff anyway. So we have to unlearn and relearn, and that's all I've been doing. So that's what that line means. It's just unlearn and relearn, G.
Fine. I knew I was going to get something out of that.
You did, yeah. That was a good one.
Hey,
that was a good one.
Listen, man, tell me what's coming next, man. What can we expect? Because you've been dropping these freestyles.
Yeah.
Last to me, fire.
Like it, bro. Appreciate it, bro.
Left the earth in that record.
Appreciate it, bro.
So I want more of that. I'm sure the people want more of that. What you got coming, bro? Talk to us, man. If you can, you know what I mean?
Man, I ain't gonna say all of it, bro, because I want to give you the exclusive, but I probably do give you more of the exclusive on a later date.
Okay.
But I got music, bro, that I've been sitting on, bro. You know what I'm saying, for over a year, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to this year right here, bro. The people getting 4 solid projects, bro. Solid 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, 4 solid projects. But I'm in a place where just operating with fluidity. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think I said that in Babies and Fools. And that's really what I felt like. I just say whatever I felt. Fluidity, bro. So I'm operating in a fluid space where the music is just coming. But I started a water company. I don't come from, you know what I'm saying, money. So me wanting to do the music, I had to fund my music. You know what I'm saying? I grew up seeing, I got homies that sell drugs to fund their music. I sell water, bro. So now the bag is cool. We putting that and we investing that in the music. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So that's really what it is, to simplify it, bro. I had to find a way to fund my aspirations. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody, and we can sit back and complain all day. We can talk about what people not doing, bro. You can figure it out. And so I think I figured it out to the point to where now the music is more fluid, because it can be more fluid, you know what I'm saying, resource-wise. But yeah, 4 projects this year, probably 5. It's coming fast. It's already done, you know what I'm saying. I just sit back and assess sometimes, throw out fillers. I really feel like I'm a Leo, bro. You know what I'm saying? And what that means to me is I'm very passionate about what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm very passionate, and I believe in myself 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so my music, I believe in the music, G. You know what I mean? But I used to always say to myself, man, the world just sleep, bro. But there's elements that I needed, you know what I'm saying? And again, I took a step back to reassess myself, and even what I was saying in my music. You know what I mean? And so now the stuff that I put out is just more fluid, bro. And I'm glad I was about to drop the project before I started doing the Waterboy stuff. But I pulled the project back. Like, I literally was dropping music, the songs I was dropping, the Mansa Musa, the Be Black for Me, you know what I'm saying, the Healing This Gangster. And I was gonna drop, but I didn't pull it back, but I just said, hold on real quick. Yeah. Let me get a little more people tuned in to this stuff, because the music I'm about to drop is gonna be big, bro. I Healing This Gangster, bro. We talk about mental health, G. We can't sleep on this one, bro. You know what I mean? That's really how I felt. Not even just because it's me, but the stage. You gotta make the stage a little bigger. You know what I mean? So that's happening, for sure. Like soon. You know what I'm saying? Next month, bro. I'm dropping a project. You know what I'm saying? April. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, April. You know what I'm saying? It's happening, bro. It's happening, and I'm excited about it, bro. I'm excited. And then this month I'm launching a Hydra Hill in Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? This month, and then Atlanta in the summer. You know what I'm saying? So that's happening on it. Like, that's now I got legs and stuff. Now I can just push a button. You know what I mean? And just be like, okay, this is what we done. But you about to see some stuff. You about to see box trucks driving all across the city, and the box truck gonna be a stage, see? Because when the show's coming back the way we want. So I'm like, okay, we finna pull up with this box truck. The back of it's a stage, bro. We just have to learn how to adjust, you know what I'm saying, to what's going on in this world. But the music is a part of me, and it's a big part of me, and I'm sensitive about it. rightfully so, though. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm not talking about, popping pills and females. So the things I rap about, I'm very sensitive about, and I want it to be digested properly, and if it's not, I pull it back, you know what I'm saying? But I believe that I'm in a fluid space right now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep on going, foot on the gas. I ain't going to, but sometimes I get in my own head, though. I'll be like, nah, let me just stop, right? Like, that's just me, though, as an artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, but not this time, though. Not this time, bro. Yeah. So, but I appreciate everybody who take the time to actually listen, because I do believe that, the stuff I be saying is once you actually listen to it, you know what I mean? Not even just about me being, oh man, this dude can rap. It's the space that I'm operating in. I really believe that it's needed. You know what I'm saying? Mansa Musa is us believing and knowing who we are. You know what I'm saying? But in the song, health, wealth, sunshine, and all on my skin, gold in my melanin. You know what I'm saying? No matter where we start, we gonna win, bro. Like, we need music that speaks to who we are, that speaks to our essence. So I believe that I'm creating it right now.
Yeah, man. Last thing, we done, but I'll never forget. So my favorite record from you, I think, period, out of all the music from me. I don't know if it's just because it's place and time. Music has that effect.
Right.
It becomes a classic for you just based on where you at, where you remember when you heard it, things of that nature. But Shine, I never forget Shine.
Man.
And that whole my favorite line, because I had listened to Shine on repeat, just in the playlist and rotation, whatever. And I pride myself. I love bars. You know what I'm saying? Grew up on battle rap. You know what I mean?
Thank you, bro.
You're a writer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I already know what's up.
Thank you, bro.
You said he told me make up my mind like I make up my bed, make room for the comforter. And I was just like, okay. Yo, when it hit me, I remember like I called one of my bosses. I said, "Dog, did you catch it?" He was like, "Oh, that's crazy."
Yeah.
That comforter line did it for me, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, so I appreciate you. Listen, dog, thank you for coming through.
I'm glad to be here, bro.
Thank you for the chop, bro. I appreciate every space that you're in, bro, from Hydrate Hill to
Thank you,
music.
bro.
And so, listen, man, keep working, keep grinding,
Thank
keep
you, bro.
being about the work, man. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
So, it's a wrap for Matt Black Podcast. If it's in the culture, it's in the show.
Yep.
I'm done waiting, this the healthy flex. See, I've been verified before the checks. I just dudes that I don't need your help. And it's a rap, I'm coming for the belt. Now I own waistlines. I'm chasing goals, I'm baseline. Flows deep like baselines. Tell them blow the trumpet. My whole life tailored. I mean, mine shrumping. 2020 tried to test me, but my vision hella focus. I see clearly now. I am him, I hope they hear me now. Yeah.
You thought you had seen the last of me.